Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, today I'm going to be pointing out 11 mistakes that you are probably making when you're brushing your teeth. Yes, I know many of you guys have been brushing your teeth for 30 years, 50 years, in some cases, maybe more, and you're saying, Antonio, I've never had a cavity, or Antonio, I've been doing this for long enough, I don't think I'm making any mistakes. I bet there's not a single person watching this who has not made one of these 11 mistakes. And I bet most of you guys are consistently making many of these mistakes. So stick around. Some of these you've heard before. Other ones, I don't think you've heard. And you're going to find this pretty interesting. I went off, spoke to my dentist, I did the research, and I found some very interesting things. So bringing this in, let's dive right into what are the 11 mistakes that most people, the vast majority of the world, is making when it comes to taking care of their teeth. Number one is that they are using their toothbrush way too long. The life of a toothbrush, consistent use twice a day, 7 days a week, 30 or 31 days a month, is 3 months. So after about 200 uses, you need to start looking for a new toothbrush. Why? The bristles. So toothbrush that's been used too much, you can kind of look at it, bristles are going to start to go all over the place. This affects other items we're going to get into, but it does not allow you to brush your teeth properly. So you need to look to get rid of this toothbrush every 3 months. Okay, so point number two, you're not brushing your teeth long enough. So recently started using a electronic toothbrush, Tao Clean, their Aurora Clean system, really cool toothbrush. The cool part about this is that it has a timer. And I'm not used to using a timer on my toothbrush. Started using it 2 minutes. Okay, going through, that was a lot longer than what I expected. And what that told me is that I have consistently been not brushing my teeth long enough. 2 minutes is what we're supposed to use. Why? Gives time for the fluoride to start to, react to the teeth, to go in there, and it is the recommended amount. So 2 minutes. I think most of us are brushing our teeth less than a minute. We just get into a routine. We're going through thinking, okay, I hit everything, I'm done. 2 minutes is what you want to shoot for, and that's one of the right reasons I recommend some of these electronic toothbrushes and there are other reasons as well, but the timer in of itself is worth it. Now, you don't have a timer, just simply use a stopwatch, use your phone, use something, but brush your teeth for 2 minutes. Mistake number three is that you're rinsing with water. Yes, after you brush that, even for 2 minutes, and you spit it out there, then you throw water in. I know I do this all the time, and guess what? You're taking half of that, most of that fluoride right out of your mouth. You're spitting it out. You want to leave that in there. Now, a way around this and still being able to rinse out your mouth is to actually use mouthwash that has fluoride in it, and then you can quickly rinse, gargle, spit that out, and the fluoride actually is still going to stick to your teeth. But don't want to use water after you brush your teeth. Just spit it out and get used to that feeling. I know for me, it's been very hard, so I actually use a rinse. Mistake number four is you're storing your toothbrush in the bathroom. This one, I think almost all of us are doing, and we do it because of convenience. The problem, I just read a study, and they talked about more than half of the toothbrushes that they tested had a bit of feces on them. Yes, guys, there is actually crap on your toothbrush in more than half of you guys have this there, and that's because you're storing it in your bathroom. I don't know how it's getting there. All I know is that this stuff is for real. It blew me away when I saw this data. In addition, when you're storing it in the bathroom, guess what? It's more humid in there, higher percentage it's going to get wet. It's not going to have the time to dry out, even if you put it in a cover. So again, this toothbrush I was using here, this Tao Clean, what I really liked about it, they have a cleaning system. So the best way, if you don't want to go buy an electric toothbrush, is that you can actually just simply take this, put it next to your nightstand, take it out of the bathroom. That's a huge habit change for some of us, and it may just be better to actually get something that has a cleaning system with it. Number five, you've heard this before, floss. How do you start to floss? I know the hardest part is actually creating a habit to start flossing. The best tip I've heard is actually just to floss one tooth. Why? Because when you start to floss one tooth, you actually floss the rest of your teeth. You're like, hey, I've already started. And that's the hard part, is getting started. I floss at the end of the day Don't always do it, but when I do it, I try to reward myself. It's a good feeling. I also try to use, and I set up the system so that I've got those individual flossers. I find they're better for me than actually taking out some and wrapping it around my fingers. By having that individual floss system, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but having that small little floss pick, all of a sudden I'm able to get the job done. I feel good about it. I throw it away. Boom, I floss my teeth actually. Point number 6, or mistake number 6, is you're not cleaning your tongue. Invest in a tongue cleaner. You don't want to do that? Get a toothbrush. Then on the opposite side, it's actually got a little bit of a tongue scraper. Not as good, but it'll get the job done. Worst case, use your toothbrush and actually brush off the tongue after you've been brushing your teeth for 2 minutes. And it's important to do every time you brush your teeth. Mistake number 7 is you are using too hard of a toothbrush. Why is this an issue? Because don't even use the medium. Go with soft or extra soft. It doesn't really make a difference. You're not looking to get in there and you're just looking to get rid of some of the meat or some of the other food that's gotten stuck in and around your teeth. You're not going to shine those things up. That's not the aim of the toothbrush. And so what the problem is a lot of you guys that are using medium or harder brushes, you actually are going to damage your gums. And that takes us to point number 8, how to brush your teeth, and that's actually to go in circles. Don't go back and forth. And that takes us to mistake number 9. You also want to go at a 45-degree angle. And that's one of the reasons that you see a lot of brushes, they've got the bristles that go at an angle, because most of us, we go straight on and we go back and forth. So if you've got a toothbrush, and this is my simple toothbrush, see, it goes straight. You want to go at a 45-degree angle. Make sense? Okay, so let's go into mistake number 10. And that's men and women do not change up their routine. They get used to going in the same order. The problem with that is we get lazy, we get sloppy. You need to change up your routine, and that's something you have to consciously think about. We don't like to consciously think about things, and that's the advantage of an electric toothbrush, is literally you can just guide it, and it usually does a better job of actually reaching it because it requires less effort. The problem is it can train you not to brush your teeth well if you're having to use a manual toothbrush. And the final point is no need to brush your teeth more than 2 times a day. A lot of people out there are thinking, okay, if I brush 3 times a day, 4 times a day. I even talked to my dentist. She brushed, I think, more than 3 times a day. She said, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm really, it's just, I'm almost kind of crazy about it, but she uses an extra soft bristle. But brushing more than 2 times a day can actually lead to damage, and that's not something that you want to do to your teeth. Bonus mistake that a lot of people do is they actually don't wait 30 minutes after they've eaten to brush their teeth. And this bonus one, why is it a mistake? Because actually the pH levels have dropped. Basically, your mouth is more acidic after you've eaten. And so you need time to be able to get rid of that saliva, which has a lot of acid. Otherwise, you can damage the teeth a bit if you brush too soon after you eat. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think that almost all of you guys have made at least one of those mistakes. The big one for me is actually feces on the toothbrush. And when I got this toothbrush, this thing right here, I wasn't, I'm thinking, well, who in the world needs this cleaning system? I got it sent to me about 2 months ago. And then I find that research on, what's on your toothbrush. I'm like, I'm going to start using this cleaning system. And this is really a big issue if you've got a communal bathroom. So I've got 4 kids that use my bathroom. I've got my wife uses the bathroom. So if you're in with other people, the chances of that just went up. So guys, take care. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want more information about grooming, about style, go over to Real Men Real Style. Got tons of great information. Got that free ebook for you. Take care. See you in the next video.